And good morning. It's 7:04 on this Friday, August 5th. It's time to head to Studio B for Coleman and Company.
Well, hello everybody and welcome. Friday morning and the day after the election. We're glad to have you with us and glad, of course, to be on the air for Wilson Bank and Trust. Got two people here to do the commercial this morning, talk to us about the bank. We have Sheila Grewing, who is a school bank representative, we'll say. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
And we have Emily Prey this morning, who is a marketing specialist. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good to see you both. Now, you want to get us started?
Sure, absolutely. Good morning, everyone. We're glad to be here today representing Wilson Bank and Trust. School did start back this week, so we're excited to announce that we are going to have our school bank program back in all 60 schools in Middle Tennessee. So we're excited to see your kiddos and get back in the routine of accepting their deposits. For those who don't know what school bank is, that's actually a program we offer as the bank. We take the bank to your student at school. And like I mentioned, we serve 60 schools in the Middle Tennessee area.
Well, now, I think it started here in Wilson County.
Yes, sir, it did.
And then I suppose there were a few branches in other counties even
Yes, sir.
at that time. I don't know how long it took to expand. But what you're doing now, every time you get into another one, you don't wait, right?
That's right. That's right.
How long have you been doing this, by the way?
I have actually, Sheila's a better one to ask. I have actually been doing this role for a little under a year. So this is my first year leading the reps as they get into the schools. But luckily, I was left with a lot of material and big shoes to fill. So we're ready.
Well, Sheila, you have more experience. And how long have you been doing this?
Almost 21 years.
Really?
Yes.
What got you going on this? I mean, obviously, you would believe in what you're doing here.
Absolutely.
And to me, it's a great idea to the young people in school. What grade do you start with?
Well, they told me about the school bank program. I said, sign me up. How soon can I get started? And so, like I said, it's been over almost 21 years, but it's just seeing the kids and seeing how it helps them mature, how it helps them start and keep a good savings plan.
Do you even have kindergartners who
We even have preschool.
Preschool?
Yes, sir.
You start at preschool?
Yes.
And go through grade 12?
We go through we're just in the elementary schools now.
Oh.
But they can always come into any of the branches and make deposits. But now we have kids that did school banking with me way back in elementary that are now working for the bank. So
They do. They come through our orientation program, and we ask them, how were you first introduced to Wilson Bank and Trust? And they reference Miss Sheila Grewing as their school bank representative.
Well, you obviously love it, or you
I
would
do.
still be doing it. What's it like when you start the school year?
hectic. And things have changed over the year. It used to be we could send home a form, the parents could fill it out, bring it back, and we could open the account. Now we do request that the parents come into the office because there's more documentation that is needed. But they go in, they get the account open, it's the child's account, the child earns interest on it, and then we send out reminders to the parents for the kids to come in, let them know not only tomorrow's bank day, but then send another message that morning saying today's bank day.
Well, you're sort of like a teacher in a way here, aren't you?
I always wanted to be a teacher.
And no doubt there are, for preschoolers and kindergartners, first, second grade, there are some very elementary questions that are asked, but they need to know.
That's correct.
What's the most common thing maybe you're asked?
Maybe the myth that if they give us $1 when they come to take it out, they will get that exact same dollar. They don't realize it's not like putting it in a piggy bank at home. It will be different, but it'll still be their money.
We will give them $1.
Well, this is fairly new to you, but it sounds like you're a big proponent of it as well.
Absolutely. I think it's a great advantage for the child, teaching them how to save, but also just the basics of a banking transaction. We want them, when they become young adults, to feel comfortable coming into a branch and making those transactions in person. So this is just a great stepping stone to teach them how to do those with confidence.
And it's a great idea for future customers. Whoever came up with this
Absolutely.
idea at the bank probably had two things in mind, and both of them seem to be working. You get a lot
Correct.
of future customers from having the school bank, right?
It's wonderful. It really is in so many ways.
Well, we got about a minute. Anything else? Have we covered it pretty well, or anything else you want to add this morning? Either one of you.
I think so. I would just like to echo again, we are very excited to be coming out of the pandemic and back in the schools with your children full time. If you are a parent interested in your school system and what schools we are in and the dates will be available, you can go to our website, wilsonbank.com, and look for our school bank schedule. And they're all listed online with the dates.
All right, great. And Sheila Gruen, you have the last word if you'll make it brief.
I certainly will. We'd love to see them, love to see the parents in the branch, love to see the kids, and we'll look forward to seeing them at different activities that Wilson Bank offers, Oktoberfest, et
All
cetera.
right, well, we hope y'all have a great year, and thanks for being
Thank
with
you.
us
Thank
this
you.
morning. Sheila Gruen, the school bank representative, and Emily Prey, who's the marketing specialist, and it's Wilson Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender. They're still here, still independent, still committed to you, excellence in banking since 1987. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, 10 minutes after the hour, and as we have been telling you today, we're going to be doing election returns, and Judge Barry Tatum joins me, and we're going to be going over what happened yesterday. Judge, good morning. Good to see you.
Good morning again. Where is Miss Helen?
Well, I would imagine she is listening to us as she reclines in bed this morning.
Well, it was good to have her here. I'm just, I hope she doesn't wait another 28 years before she comes out and visits you again. My brother sent me a text message when we wrapped up yesterday, or during the show, and he said, interview Helen. So I imagine she could shed some light on the legend of Coleman Walker.
She said no.
I want to tell you something before we get started with the returns. It's amazing how much coverage and how many loyal listeners you have. I shouldn't say amazing. It's not surprising. But there was a rumor going around yesterday, from what I understand, at the Lebanon Special School District, that the election of the Election Commission was not going to release any returns until Coleman went over the returns Friday morning. Everybody's so used to us doing that live on election day. When they found out that we were just doing an election recap on Friday morning, somebody came up with the idea, well, the election office is not going to release the returns until 7 o'clock Friday morning, so they wouldn't have a scoop on Coleman.
Well, we had 17.47% of the registered voters who voted yesterday. A lot more people voted yesterday
Yes.
than had been expected, I think. And the early voting was so light, but I wouldn't say they made up for all of it, but it did make for a little bit better than 8% turnout.
Well, I mean, it was 8,520, I believe, voted on election day, and a little bit over 8,600 voted in early voting. And so it's still early voting leads, but that's a pretty tight margin, about 50-50.
Well, I don't know exactly. I guess what we just do, let's just start here, and we're going to have to go to a break pretty soon, but I'll do the first part here. Circuit Court Judge, Division 1, Clara Bird, 13,394 votes. Circuit Court Judge, Division 2, Michael Collins, 12,824. Chancellor, C.K. Smith, 12,991. Brody Kane, we're missing, Judge Brody Kane, 13,507 votes for District Attorney General Jason Lawson, 12,935. Public Defender Shelley Gardner, 12,863. County Mayor Randall Hutto, 13,803. Now, skipping past the commissioners, which we'll get to a little bit later, County Trustee boy, I'm missing something here. Anyway, Jim Major won that one by about a 3-1 margin, and my page doesn't have it here. General Sessions Judge Barry Tatum, 13,421, and the other General Sessions Judge, Jimmy Lee, 12,659. And one more General Sessions Judge, Inslee Hagan, 12,632. Sheriff Robert Bryan, 13,562. County Clerk, I think Jim Goodall got more than any of y'all, 14,186. Register of Deeds, Jackie Murphy, 13,422. Now, those are all
Countywide races.
Unopposed.
Right.
No, there was no opposition there, so we probably won't be going over those again. But we will try to get to some of the ones that were contested after we go to this break. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:14. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to Bates Ford, and they've got the Works Vehicle Checkup. They'll make sure your vehicle is ready for any road. $49.95 up to 5 quarts of oil, tax and disposal. Tire rotation safety check too. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic's building pretty good now. Coming in from Clarksville, Montgomery County on 24 headed towards Nashville. Watch your speed. Not only is there a lot of radar out in that area going through Cheatham County as well. I-40 still looks good at the moment over here in Mount Juliet as we check it out live. All that traffic up and down Belinda Parkway has picked up as well. Hey, Gatlinburg Winery is home of the world famous cotton candy wine. They have some new flavors. You got to check them out at GatlinburgWinery.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Contact Stephen Lowry Land Clearing for all your land clearing needs. Whether it's clearing trails for ATVs, reclaiming pasture, or clearing your land of brush and trees, Stephen Lowry can get the job done. He works closely with customers, adjusting to make changes as you want. Steve Lowry will give you quality work at a price that you can afford. He will also beat any written estimate. Call Stephen Lowry at 615-970-8154 for all your land clearing needs. That's Stephen Lowry Land Clearing, 615-970-8154.
Well, we continue. Our program today is the election coverage from last night. Judge Barry Tatum is with us. You've got a nice round of complimentary votes, and as we talked so many times, it's great to be unopposed.
It's certainly a good feeling, and I want to thank everybody who did cast a vote. Cast a vote in any of the races, but especially complimentary votes for me. A little disappointed because Brody Kane edged me out, but Brody put up signs, and
Well,
I think he was.
Brody still didn't beat Jim Goodall.
Isn't
How
that
does Goodall?
You think about it.
He's
Coleman.
done that. Didn't he usually get more?
Yeah, than everybody. But you think about what Jim Goodall does. Everybody who has an automobile has to get the cars registered.
Yeah.
Marriage licenses, business licenses, passports. And I'm sure I'm overlooking several different things on there, but Jim Goodall wrote in that swell of doing away with emissions testing. We don't have to get our emissions tested, and so.
Well,
Jim Goodall certainly deserves all those complimentary
Well,
votes.
good. All right, you want to.
We'll update you on one thing here on the county trustees race. Jim Major, the incumbent, won re-election with 11,804 votes. Charles Lehman, challenger, finished second, 4,370 votes. So that was a pretty significant margin there.
Well, it certainly was. I do think we just mentioned the fact that he lost his wife right in the middle of the campaign, and that was a sad time, and our sympathy to him for that. But an incumbent like
commend
Jim,
him for going on with the race under those circumstances.
But an incumbent like Jim Major's hard to beat anyway. So he's got 4 more years.
4 more years.
Right.
County Commission races, do you want to touch base on those?
Yes, let's take over.
All right. County Commission District 1 was a contested race. Robert Fields, the incumbent, won re-election with 474 votes to the challenger Michelle Newton's 356 votes, so about 118 vote margin there. County Commission District 2 was unopposed. Rick Brown won election to that seat, new seat, 461 votes, complimentary votes from Mr. Brown. Bobby Franklin, Commissioner District 3, Incumbent ran unopposed, 715 complimentary votes. County Commission District 4, Chad Bernard, incumbent, unopposed, 391 complimentary votes. Jerry McFarland, County Commission District 5, 571 complimentary votes, running unopposed. County Commission District 6, one of the contested races. Kenny Rich, a longtime county commissioner, retired, did not seek re-election. Two newcomers, Beth Bowman and Kevin Graves. Beth Bowman edged out Kevin Graves with 175 votes, I believe. No, excuse me, more than that. 275 votes.
275.
578 for Beth Bowman, 303 for Kevin Graves, so there'll be a new face on the county court there.
I might mention it was 4 years ago, I believe there was a tie between Kevin Graves and Kenny Rich.
There was, and the
County Commission chose
incumbent Kenny Rich.
Right. And then Kevin's running again, but, and I believe he ran as an independent. Beth Bowman, I think, was the Republican nominee.
Yeah.
So anyway, go ahead.
County Commission District 7, incumbent Terry Scruggs running unopposed, won re-election with 574 complimentary votes. County Commission District 8, again, an incumbent running unopposed, Kevin Costley, re-elected with 596 complimentary votes. County Commission District 9.
An interesting one here.
A contested race, three-way race. Blake Hall, Luke McPeak, and Sarah Patton, the incumbent. Blake Hall is the winner and will be the new commissioner for District 9 with 411 votes. Luke McPeak with 274 votes, and Sarah Patton with 242 votes. County Commission District 10, Tyler Chandler, new face on the county commission, running unopposed, 442 complimentary votes.
He's a policeman in the Mount Juliet Police Department.
I believe is a captain, Tyler Chandler. He's a public information officer, I believe. County Commission District 11, Haskell Evans, another new face on the county commission, and with 508 complimentary votes. For those of you who don't know, Haskell Evans.
Wait just a minute. I think we're skipping one here.
Oh.
District 11, John Gentry,
I
522 votes.
522 votes.
And then District 12, Haskell Evans.
District 12, Haskell Evans. For those of you who go out to the Wilson County Ag Center, there's the Turner Evans building. Turner Evans was the county, well, it's now county mayor.
Yeah.
But when
County judge back then.
it was county judge back then, that is Turner Evans' grandson, son of Raymond and Joanne, running unopposed, 508 votes. And interestingly enough, he was at the budget committee last night when we were had a meeting at 5 o'clock, and he was there even before he's taken office. Jeremy Hobbs, new face on the county commission, running unopposed in County Commission District 13 with 556 complimentary votes for Jeremy Hobbs. Tommy Jones, County Commission District 14, running unopposed with 546 complimentary votes for Tommy Jones, District 14. District 15, contested race, Kevin Mack running against incumbent Chris Dow. Margin on this was 43 votes. Chris Dow won re-election with 354 votes. Kevin Mack with 311 votes.
Might point out here, Chris Dow ran as an independent, I believe. And,
Yes.
And Kevin Mack ran as a Republican. He had won the Republican nomination.
Right.
So,
County Commission District 17, James Rusty Keith. Running unopposed with 655 complimentary votes in District 17. County Commission District 18, another contested race, Terry Nicholson, running against incumbent Lauren Breeze. Lauren Breeze edged out Terry Nicholson by 26 votes. 461 votes for Commissioner Lauren Breeze, 435 votes for Terry Nicholson. County Commission District 19, William Glover III, running unopposed with 493 complimentary votes. And then probably the big talk right now, and we don't really have a definitive answer on this, is County Commission District 20. Glenn Denton was the only candidate who qualified to have his name on the ballot, received 108 votes. Write-ins also received 108 votes, and C.L. Williams was the write-in candidate for that election. And we don't know at this time whether there are 108 write-ins that say C.L. Williams But if there's just one on there that says Coleman Walker,
If there's just one on there that says Mickey Mouse, it would mean the difference.
but Glenn Denton, 108 votes, and write-in totals 108 votes. So that one remains to be seen, County Commissioner.
Should all 108 of those go to C.L. Williams? It's a tie. The county commission has to make a decision.
Right.
They can appoint or themselves elect and appoint somebody, as they did 4 years ago, or they can call for an election, is my understanding.
They can call for election. They can also, I believe, take nominations from the floor, if I'm not mistaken on that. And it's whoever gets the 13 votes. That's the magic number. County Commission District 22, Wendell Marlowe, incumbent, running opposed, was reelected by a margin of 185 votes over Matt Wilson. Totals on that: Wendell Marlowe 368 votes, Matt Wilson with 183. County Commission District 23, Jeremy Rich. May sound like a familiar name. He's the son of Kenny Rich, but it lives in an entirely different district. Running unopposed in County Commission District 23 with 789 complimentary votes for Jeremy Rich. County Commission District 24, another new face on the County Commission, Danny Clark, running unopposed, received 484 complimentary votes. And then finally, County Commission District 25, Justin Smith, incumbent, running for re-election, received 398 complimentary votes.
I think we've missed two. See if you can pull up District 11 and District 16.
Well, I just got a message from Mike Kurtz. He said, "Why do you skip me?" And I don't know if the paper cut off right there, but
I think that's what happened.
let me enter my secret passcode on this phone. And you said District 17. Here we go. We'll pull it up on the screen.
No, District 16.
16. No, Diane Weathers is District 16, was running unopposed,
Right.
and she's an incumbent, received 280 complimentary votes.
Now, see if you can do number 11.
And let's see. Well, I can do it. It's just a matter of getting to it. Let's see. John Gentry, we covered earlier. That's complimentary votes, 522. But I think Mr. Kurtz is somewhere around the 20 range. Let me float through here. Reese Dowell, I know, was here. Here it is. Mike Kurtz, the incumbent, received 182 votes. Reese Dowell received 130 votes. So that's a 52 vote margin, but Mike Kurtz was reelected to County Commission District 21.
Well, it's really going to be interesting, and we just wait because you don't know regarding District 20. But that vote turnout seems awfully light there too.
It does.
216 votes apparently. Several of them had more than that. Of course, the districts they're about evenly divided, and you would think the registered voters would follow a similar pattern, but I don't know. We need to get into the school board races. I don't think we've got time enough to do that before we go to break.
You want to talk about the pennant race for the Cincinnati Reds?
No, I don't, but I'd like
That'll
to
take less time.
I'd like to talk about after the fire sale, who cares? But I would like to talk about these judges. As you and I were joking a little bit yesterday, you either retain or dismiss them. And that's what the voting is all about. Shall so-and-so be retained? And as far as I know, every one of them were retained. And
I haven't heard anything otherwise.
I don't think we need to. I don't think we need to go over each one of them. There's 2 pages of them, and the only name that I remember is Frank Clement, and I think that's Frank Clement Jr., who was a judge somewhere.
His daddy was governor.
Right, and he's retained. What else on your mind?
Well,
We got a minute. If MJ get ready, we'll go to break 30 seconds early or something.
she says
here,
bring
but,
it. She says bring
If
it.
you're ready, let's do it. All right, our election coverage this morning, Coleman Walker and Judge Barry Tatum here on Coleman and Company. Stay with us for more in the second half here on FM 98.9.
And it's now 7:27. Let's go ahead and see what's happening on the roadways. Want to thank our friends at Absolute Kubota. Large inventory of new and used Kubota mowers, RTVs, tractors, hay equipment, and more. Stop in Saturday. Free popcorn. Check out the new Kubota products. 1506 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic's on the increase out here, I-40 coming through Wilson County. It's picked up also in the last 10, 15 minutes on 65 South. A little bit busy here at Trinity Lane. All the traffic coming down out of Madison. Still looks good up through Brentwood, Franklin on 65. It's starting to get heavy northbound there coming up out of Murray County. Ripley's is hiring for all 10 of their attractions, offering great pay and perks. Check them out online at ripleys.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Everybody's gonna be there down at the county fair.
We're ready for the Wilson County, Tennessee State Fair. Bring your fair food and cool off in our air-conditioned Cox's Hospitality Cabin. Sign up for our Granville Getaway Weekend Package valued at over $600. See you at the fair. And don't make a move without us.
Call Judy Cox or Medina Himmensholler at Exit Rocky Top Realty. C&D Team 443-3130.
Gregory Dental Group in Lebanon is a family dental practice located across from Vanderbilt Wilson County Hospital. They offer cosmetic procedures, dental implant services, and now featuring new digital dentures. Premium dentures in just 2 appointments. No insurance, no problem. Call about our discount plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Derek Gregory. In my office, you can count on a compassionate staff who will truly listen to you, take the time to get to know you, and discuss your personal needs. I look forward to meeting you.
Gregory Dental Group, 444-0322, West Medora Parkway across from Gibbs Pharmacy.
Another hot and muggy day taking shape for us, high of 88 with a heat index pushing things into the 90s. There will be pop-up storms for the next few days, but not everyone will see rain. We will be in the low 90s this weekend. This weather forecast is brought to you by Walker Auction and Realty, professional auction and real estate services. Get top dollar for your home, land, or personal property. Log on to MikeWalkerAuctions.com. They know auctions. That's a look at your forecast. I'm number 1 Ned.
Coleman and Company, welcome to the second half here on a Friday morning. Our C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty here, making pictures and everything this morning. Got to get me and the judge together here, huh?
Now it's both of you.
Yeah. Well, Medina, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Good.
Everything's super so far. But the C&D team, Exit Rocky Top Realty, 1330 West Main Street in Lebanon. Somebody answers that phone 24 hours a day, then that's great service. Great people, great service. That's what we talk about each Friday here, and the fact that they are people you can trust. So, got a lot to do today.
Yeah, it feels like I'm off a schedule. I feel like this is like the night of the elections. I'm confused. I kept turning the radio on. I'm like, wait a minute, they won't be on till in the morning. Yeah. Then I kept thinking, how do I find out the answers without Coleman Show? How do I find out without Barry Tatum and Coleman? So it was wild. But anyway, everybody was listening in this morning.
Good.
Because you could Google it and you still couldn't find the answer. No. So we're glad y'all are here doing this.
Well, thank you. We're glad you're here always.
All
it
right.
wouldn't be Friday without you. How's
That's
that?
right. That's right. We just wanted to talk about a little bit, the fair's coming up. We were out there yesterday and they're putting the rides up already.
Huh?
Oh yeah, the rides are going up. So, they're getting a head start on us this time. So we have to get out there and spray for weeds and make sure there's no mosquitoes around and all that kind of stuff.
Now, does we mean Mike?
Yes, that means Mike.
We're there for support.
We're there to make sure he does it right. I know he's going to love that. He has 2 supervisors instead of 1.
Well, Mike Cox is a great guy, and the cabin that y'all have, I guess it was at least partly, maybe mostly his idea. I don't know. He worked so hard putting your booth up those years, and then finally was able to construct the cabin. He doesn't have to work as hard now.
That's right.
He starts out there a few weeks before He wants to spray all the grass, make sure there's no blade of grass coming between those bricks, and make sure all the flowers are blooming and the fans are all working, so it makes it comfortable for everybody. I wanted to kind of go over, this year we're giving away a weekend trip to Granville for our grand prize. And I wanted to kind of give you a little idea of what's in that package. But you're going to get 4 tickets to the Saturday night Sutton Old Time Music Bluegrass dinner show. And you'll have dinner, and then you'll get to see the show. You're getting a $100 gift certificate for shopping. They have a Granville gift shop and a Southern shop. It also includes 4 tickets to the tour of the town, which includes admission to the Mayberry Museum, the Lucy Museum, the Jim Beam Whiskey Decanter Museum, the Whistle Stop Saloon, and the Ice Cream Parlor, and the Clemens Car Museum, the Granville Post Office, the Barbershop Museum, and the Granville Museum Farm to Table, and the Sutton Historic Home Guided Tour and Pioneer Village Guided Tour. And then also, you're going to have accommodations for 4 to be staying at the Granville Bed and Breakfast. And you'll stay at the Jared House. And it's a 2-bedroom bed and breakfast in the center of town. And you're going to have the whole place to yourself. It's got a large family room with a kitchen, and it's going to accommodate 4 people. You got rocking chairs on the porch, and you got the swing out there where you can have a lake view, and then you'll have a continental breakfast will be served both mornings. So this way, every Wednesday can bring 4 people to Granville and have a great weekend and enjoy themselves. And the package is worth over $600, and all you do is come in the cabin and register. And you can also, while you're there, register for the boys' bicycle, the girls' bicycle, and you can register for all of it.
Good.
And then that's what we're going to be giving away. So
Great
I'm going to let
grand
Medina
prize.
talk now.
All right, Medina.
Well, I just wanted to echo that we're looking forward to getting the fair started and looking forward to seeing everybody at the cabin so they can register for this wonderful giveaway at Granville. But in the meantime, before that, if you're looking for land, if you're looking to buy or sell house or land, give us a call. Well, of course, we do all the above, and we do some more stuff as well that most people don't even know about. But you name it, we do it. So give us a call on that. But we have farms for sale. We have lots for sale. We have homes for sale. We have investment properties for sale. We're always looking for properties to list. If you're looking to decide, you're trying to decide, you're on the fence of, well, if I want to sell or if I want to stay, we can always come out and spend about 30 minutes with you and then tell you a little bit about what we think we can get your house for and how much you can make on your house. So any of that, even in Wilson County, Smith County, the surrounding counties, we go as far as Pigeon Forge.
Yeah.
So, and if you're moving to another state, we can take care of your property here and then help you navigate to whatever state you're going to, because we have exit offices there as well, and we can have our hand in that to make sure that goes as smooth as it does here. So that's one thing of exit is national and international.
Mm-hmm.
So whether you stay in the States or you go abroad and stay, then we can help you with that too.
Well, you've got a lot going for you, and that's why we say the C&D team of Exit Rocky Top Realty.
That's right. And that's why one of these things, you remember, don't make a move without us, because you might not be happy if you don't, if you do.
Well, and it's pretty interesting that one of the houses in Lafayette that's going to be closing.
Yes.
They heard you on the radio. They heard us talking about the house in Lafayette. They
Right.
live in Lafayette. They heard us on the radio.
Right.
And they bought the house in
Well,
Lafayette.
bless
so
you, my people.
we're closing that one next week. So, but people are listening to you, Coleman.
Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for buying from Miss Judy and Medina and
We
the
appreciate
C&D
it.
team. How's
We
that?
appreciate it.
All right, y'all have a great week. We'll see you next Friday.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Don't make a move without us.
Don't make a
Barry.
move without us. Okay, well, Judge Tatum's got to move over to your seat, Medina. Judge, get ready for the school board races, and I'll do a little recapping here.
Yes, sir.
The thing that we've probably spent more time on going over was the county commission races and those that were contested, and I don't know whether I've can recap. One of the big ones, of course, was the race. Glenn Denton was a Republican nominee.
District
and
20.
District 20, 108 votes, and there were 108 write-in votes.
There are, but we got a little update
Right.
during the break, and it's updated on the website. C.L. Williams looks like has received 106 write-in votes. There are 2 write-in votes that are listed as aren't assigned, and they were cast yesterday. There were 56 write-in votes that were cast in early voting. 49 write-in votes casted on election day. 47 of those write-in votes on election day were for C.L. Williams. 2 were listed as unassigned. Tammy Smith at the election office has talked with MJ, and MJ reported that they're going to do a canvass, I guess, pull every vote slip on that and verify those totals and figure out if those 2 currently unassigned write-in votes should be assigned to a third person or whether they should go to C.L. Williams. If they go to C.L. Williams, we're back to a tie.
Mm-hmm.
If only one of them goes, then Glenn Denton has won that race, closest race that we've had.
Right. Okay, do you have the school board races that we need to talk about? We had we had some interesting races there for sure.
Well, we do. Of course, the Wilson County Schools has a school board, 7 members, and then the Lebanon Special District has a school board comprised of 3 members. We'll talk first about the Wilson County School Board. Not all 7 run at the same time. They stagger those races so that there's not a complete turnover, perhaps, at an election time. But in School Board Zone 2, probably the biggest news of those races, Beth Myers was running for as a challenger to incumbent Bill Robinson for School Board Zone 2. Beth Myers won that race by 117 votes, 1,217 votes for Beth Myers, 1,100 votes for Coach Bill Robinson in School Board Zone 2. School Board Zone 3, and I believe this is one where you had to fill out a balance of a term. Melissa Walker Lynn received unopposed 1,612 votes for School Board Zone 3. School Board Zone 4, Joseph Padilla versus Dorothy Critchlow. Joseph Padilla wins that race with 1,548 votes. Dorothy Critchlow received 1,205 votes. School Board Zone 6, Kimberly McGee easily won that race versus Dalton T. Teal. Kimberly McGee with 1,627 votes, Teal with 907 votes. And then with the Lebanon Special School District, Mark Tomlinson, the incumbent, retains that seat with 2,846 votes. Belita McMurray Fight received 937 votes. And I may be mistaken on this. I think that was, I don't know that was our only race that had a true Republican versus Democrat head-to-head. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure as far as the county goes, that was the only person running as Democrat.
But 2846 to 937, Mark Tomlinson retains his seat on the Lebanon Special School District Board.
Okay, we have not done either the Democrat or Republican primaries, and why don't you, if you can pull up the Democratic primary, we've got about enough time to do that before we go to a break, and then we'll get to the Republican primary next. Of course, one of the big things we haven't even mentioned this morning was this 5th congressional race, and here we know that Mr. Ogles from Murray County has won that. And Beth Harwell finished second and the general third, but here in the county, the general finished second, and Beth Harwell was third, and Bowerline, I think, was fourth. But we'll get to those vote totals as in the final quarter. But what you got there now?
Well, that's what I was pulling up. You were talking about the congressional district and also the primaries for governor. Governor Bill Lee running unopposed in that primary, 11,942 votes. United States House of Representatives, it looks like, and I'm looking at this for the very first time, Andy Ogles with 2,668 votes. Kurt Winstead with 2,361, Beth Harwell with 2,116, and in fourth place, distant fourth, was Jeff Barline with 800 votes. United States House of Representatives, District 6, John Rose running unopposed Republican primary with 3,290 complimentary votes. Mark Pody, State Senator, Republican primary running unopposed 11,841 votes. Tennessee House of Representatives, District 40. I believe this is going to be on the extreme western side of Wilson County, if I'm not mistaken. Michael Hale versus Terry Lynn Weaver. Michael Hale wins that primary with 173 votes, Terry Lynn Weaver with 160. So that's just a handful of precincts down there.
But Hale did win that.
Yes.
Yeah. In the whole district.
Tennessee House of Representatives, District 46, Clark Boyd running unopposed with 5,934 complimentary votes. Susan Lynn, District 57, running unopposed Republican primary with 5,603 votes. Jerry Beavers wins a position with the Republican primary for State Executive Committee man with 10,704 votes. Republican State Executive Committee woman Helene Singer Cash and Terry Nicholson were running in that race. Terry Nicholson wins that challenge with 6,334 votes. Helene Singer Cash with about 1,700 vote margin, 4,650 votes came up short to Terry Nicholson. Democratic primary for governor, vote totals significantly lower, but Jason Brantley Martin wins Wilson County with 1,692 votes. J.B. Smiley Jr. with 977 votes, and Carnita Faye Atwater with 767. United States House of Representatives, District 5. This will be the person challenging Andy Ogles for the general election position in November. Heidi Campbell, unopposed, 2,441 votes. District 6, John Rose has had two opponents on the Democratic side. Randall Cooper with 507 votes, Clay Faircloth with 194. Randall Cooper wins the Wilson County portion of District 6. Democratic State Senate, no candidate on the Democratic side. Democratic House of Representatives, District 40, Tom Cook will be running against Representative Hale down there in Davidson County, primarily Davidson County. House of Representatives, State House of Representatives, District 46, no candidate qualified the Democratic primary, nor in District 57 for the Democratic primary. Aubrey Givens, unopposed for the Democratic State Executive Committee man, 2,935 votes. And Democratic State Executive Committee woman, Mary Alice Carfey, running unopposed with 2,928 votes. So those are our primary races.
All right. Okay, we'll take a break here and be back and wrap it up. This is Coleman and Company, FM 98.9.
And it's 7:47. Let's see what's happening on the roadways. Thanks to our friends at Bates Ford, and they've got the low price tire guarantee on all tires every day. Up to 30 days after the sale, there'll be any competitor's pricing on the tires they sell. 1673 West Main. Now at traffic, here's Chuck.
Good morning. Traffic's on the increase out of here through Mount Juliet on I-40 coming out of Wilson County headed towards Nashville. 2200 block of Brick Church Pike and Trinity Hills. Two cars tangled up at that location. It's a little bit sluggish from time to time already. 40 westbound at Fessler's. Hey, Ripley's is hiring for all 10 attractions, offering great pay and perks. Apply online at ripleys.com. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
When you're Middle Tennessee's community bank, you have a greater responsibility than offering just a menu of financial services. At Wilson Bank and Trust, we make it our mission to know our neighbors, meet their needs, and invest in the communities we serve. Whether we are working with our students to build their youth savings or partnering with a local business owner to fulfill their dreams, our goal is always to make our communities even stronger. stronger. Thank you for allowing us to be a part of the fabric of Wilson County for more than 30 years and always supporting us in our efforts to serve you, give back, and grow. Member FDIC.
Coleman and Company, our final segment here. Judge Barry Tatum has joined me this morning to do election returns. I think we've covered it all.
Except for constables, but yeah.
All right, do the constables.
Well, I shouldn't have said it because I've lost it, but there was one contested constable race, and Jeff Jones.
Oh, I've got it right here.
Yeah.
And I've wondered about this, but anyway. Well, in Constable Zone 1, Jacob Austin, 2,670 votes. Constable Zone 2, it was Jeff Joins with 1,699 votes. Wesley Winthrop Thompson III with 500 votes. And I'm wondering, why did Jeff Joins want to be constable? But that's another question for another time, I guess.
Reason to get him out here on the show and ask him.
Yeah, I guess. Constable Zone 3, Frank Guzman, 2,468 votes. And there's more, and I don't, oh, yes, Jenny Lennon Falk, and that is in the next zone.
Zone 4.
She's got 2,297 votes unopposed, and Constable Zone 5, Ronnie Greer, 2,806 votes.
That's it.
Right. And again, the Lebanon Special School District School Board, Mark Tomlinson, the incumbent, running as Republican. Belita McMurray Fight, the Democrat nominee. It was 28-46 for Mark Tomlinson, 937 for McMurray Fight. And the other school board races that you went through, some of them highly contested, and Coach Bill Robinson been on the school board for quite some time.
Been involved in education his whole career.
But as somebody said, there's more people in Gladeville than Watertown, and that might have some bearing on that.
Could be, and you know, one of the things that is going to be an issue coming up is, and I've used this in court for a long time with regard to truancy, about how important education is for our young people, and to have a quality education, and to support our teachers in our schools. They've got. If you were to ask a teacher to compare the stress of their job from, I'd say, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, compared to today, no question it's going to be far more stressful, primarily because of the breakdown in the family unit, in the home, and how our society, our community has become more, I don't want to say transient, but they don't have the roots like we used to have. We've had so much growth. So the teachers and school administrators and all the staff of the schools, I think, have a tremendously harder job than someone who taught when we were in school. But it's the largest allocation of local tax dollars. About 80 cents of every dollar that's collected for local taxes goes towards education.
In this last budget, prior to that, 70%.
It's been in the mid to high 70s, and then it has crept up into the 80%. And I think at first blush, you know, you look at that and you say, well, wow, you know, that much allocation for budget, there must be a lot of pork or a lot of fat. But I don't know that there is. And but I think that's what draws the attention to the school board, is because
there are a number of people who seem to think there is.
Yeah, and you look at it, and I don't know that people realize what a big operation education is. And with over 20,000 students in the Wilson County school system and 4,000 students in the Lebanon Special School District, there is a lot of tension, because if you follow the money and you see where 80 cents of every tax dollar goes, that's, you know, that's it. And our government needs to be held accountable. I'm not saying that at all, but I think that's where you draw the attention, is where is most of the money spent?
Yeah. Well, we got about 7 minutes left. I think we could do a little recapping here, and some of this is going to be ad-libbing. So many of our contests yesterday we had people running unopposed, and of course, every one of them is elected. We had some contested races that turned out to be very interesting. And I'm going to start here with the county commission and just get those that are contested, and you can help me out here. But I believe the first contested district that we had was in District 6, and that's where Beth Bowman, the Republican nominee, beat Kevin Graves, running as an independent, 578 to 303. And then we had District 9, where we had Blake Hall was the Republican nominee with 411 votes, and he took that. Sarah Patton and Luke McPeak, I believe, were both running as independents. Sarah Patton was the incumbent, but actually finished third. It was 411 for Blake Hall, 274 for Luke McPeak, and 242 for Sarah Patton. You got District 11 there.
I do. John Gentry won re-election unopposed with 522 votes.
Contested one. Then I believe the next and then would be District 15. This is quite interesting here in that Chris Dowell is the incumbent, but he chose to run as an independent, was not in the Republican primary. Kevin Mack, former mayor of Mount Juliet, who has moved into this district, got the Republican nomination, and but Chris Dowell, the incumbent, did defeat him 354 to 311, 43 votes, I believe we said. So Chris Dowell will retain his seat there. And then we had District 18, where this was a really close race here. Lauren Breeze is the incumbent, and but Terry Nicholson was the Republican nominee.
Right.
And Breeze won that by
26 votes.
461, 435. Really close. Yeah. Might point out here, Terry Nicholson actually was in 2 races.
Right.
She was running for this county commission seat, didn't get it, but she did get to be the Republican committee woman and beat Helene Singer Cash. Okay, then we get to District 20, and that one we still don't know for sure, but the latest we've got on that, we know that Glenn Denton got 108 votes. Absentee early voting and on election day, 108. There were 108 write-ins, and then there's some of that we
106. 106 of those do say C.L. Manier.
Right.
2 are unassigned. So,
and that is all to be determined. So we don't know. It could fall into the hands of the county commission. Have to be a tie, though.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
District 21. District 21, Reese Dowell, Mike Kurtz. Mike Kurtz, the incumbent. The sheet's cut off on it. I'm looking at the computer thing here. 182 votes for Mike Kurtz, Reese Dowell with 130 votes, so a 52-vote margin. And I believe both of those gentlemen were running as independents.
Right.
And then we have District 22, Wendell Marlowe, the incumbent, handily wins re-election with 368 votes, 183 votes to Matt Wilson, the challenger. And
all right. Now let's go over these school board races, the contested ones again. We've talked quite a bit about School Board Zone 2. Beth Myers and Bill Robinson, fairly close, 1,217 for Myers, Robinson 1,100. So that's what, 117 votes. And of course, Bill Robinson has been a part of education for so long, as we said, he's been on the school board for a good while too. That was one of them, and
then we had School Board Zone 4, which is Joseph Padilla versus Dorothy Critchlow. 1,548 votes for the Republican nominee, Joseph Padilla. Dorothy Critchlow, independent, 1,205 votes. And then Zone 6, Kimberly McGee wins that handily with 1,627 votes and 907 votes for Dalton Teal. So not 2-1, but a significant margin. But in counting it up, there are going to be 9 new faces on the county commission. 25 members on the county commission, so more than a third. And most of that is, it's not because of, I think the only incumbent who lost their race was Sarah Patton up in the Statesville community, but there were several retires.
Right.
The rest of them were retirees or chose not to run.
Well, it's going to be interesting what happens on our school board, because I already saw something on social media suggesting that Larry Tomlinson might not be chairman of the Board of Education when they elect a new one. And
well, I can't predict the future, but I do know what the past shows. And you know, what did Mark Twain say about his death? That his death was greatly exaggerated.
That's we will see how all that shakes out. But one other thing we could mention here too, of course, the District District 5 congressional race, where we had the 9 vying for the Republican nomination.
Right.
Ogles, who's the present county mayor in Murray County, won not only the district, but he won in Wilson County. In the whole district, Beth Harwell finished second, but here in the county, General Winstead finished second,
right.
Beth Harwell third. But otherwise, we will see, depending on what happens in November, but most likely Ogles will be our new representative in Congress. I think that's kind of safe prediction.
Well, it's I want to do a shout out, if I could, to John Rose's office. I'm planning on taking my grandson to Washington, D.C. This fall. And John Rose's office has helped me out about getting a tour of the Capitol and the White House lined up for my grandson. We're going to have a good trip.
That will be great. I did that in 1972.
Did you get to meet Richard Nixon?
No. Hey, our time is up. Thanks for joining us this morning. I hope you liked what we've done. And Judge, thank you as always.
Thank you for asking.
Have a nice weekend, everybody. Till Monday, I wish you a fantastic day.